I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about healing and doing these programs and what it entails, and just to kind of give you guys some encouragement. I've been thinking a lot about you guys. I do all the time. I've been thinking about your journeys, and I got reminded of my own journey and what it looked like when we were recreating our baseline, when we were relearning how to eat real food. And it was extremely terrifying. I made so many bad meals. I remember crying a lot. I remember Tennyson crying a lot. But the one thing that I had that you guys don't have is massive. And this isn't an insult at all. This is to say how strong you guys are, because I didn't have the thing that motivated me to keep going was I either do this or my husband dies. Whereas most of you guys, you don't have death hanging over your heads. So you're purely motivated by your will to want to change. And I love that and I respect that. If it didn't take death knocking at our door saying, hey, I'm coming for you if you guys don't change your lifestyle, or if Tristan doesn't change his lifestyle, it might not have happened. I might not be sitting here talking to you guys about how to change your lifestyles. Isn't that crazy? You guys probably should have been training me. Anyways, I remember back 3 years ago when I was relearning how to eat healthy, and I would go out and sneak Snickers bars, and I would eat them in my car coming from the grocery store, and then I'd throw the candy away in the trash outside so that no one saw it. Because again, I was trying to crowd out the bad food, but I was still eating the bad food. It took me literally years to get where I'm at today, where I don't have the cravings, where I don't need the junk food. So why am I telling you guys this? Because I want you to know and I want you to understand that changing your lifestyle takes practice. And so I want you all to be really kind and really gentle with yourselves. That food is one of the hardest things we have to retrain ourselves with. Addiction is a very real thing when it comes to our nutrition and to our food. And so be gentle, be kind, be patient, but keep trying, all right? If you don't keep trying, you don't keep changing. And these changes will be slow, sometimes they'll be fast. So here's a few things that I do see happening that I do want to bring to your guys' attention, just again to allow yourselves a little bit more grace. So what normally happens when people sign up with the program is they get really excited and they're like, I'm gonna do this, and then they jump in and they get overwhelmed in the first week or two. So what I wanna try to remind you guys is to take it slow. Maybe you just make 1 or 2 changes the first week, and then you make 3 or 4 changes the next week, and so on and so forth. Because you're practicing and you're retrying and you're retraining and you are learning new things, and that's okay. All right, so I do want to remind you those things. There was one other thing I wanted to remind you guys of, but I forgot. I did post a video today of this incredible athlete and how she was really sick after high school. Please go listen to it. It is so motivating. It is so wonderful to see her preaching about nutrition and how she hit rock bottom and was seeing tons of doctors, and none of them were helping her find answers, and so she had to find them herself, and she found them through nutrition. It's very motivating because we will hit slumps, okay? And that's okay, and I want you to know that's okay. There's never judgment from me. There's never judgment from Tristan. Why do I say that? Because I shared that story of me eating the candy and hiding the wrappers outside. I even remember we were eating healthy food, and then guess how we celebrated our birthdays a few months later? We went out and had ice cream. Now, 3 years later, when I was looking at those photos, back then, I'm like, I would never go out for ice cream now. But I'm a different person now because I kept practicing and I kept learning and I kept growing my skill set when it came to food. And that's what this program's all about, is learning and growing your skill set. learning new things, learning new tools, learning new things about nutrition, adding more to your tool belt. All right. It just takes practice. And that's what I want to tell you guys. Like, if you don't keep practicing, then who you are going to be in a year's time, what you're doing is practicing, right? So keep practicing, because you're going to be a completely different person in a year's time. All right. So I know I'm just repeating myself over and over again, but I want you guys to know that this is very doable. It just takes a lot of grace and a lot of patience and a lot of practice. And that's it. We all started from somewhere, all of us, myself, Tristan, me and my Snickers wrappers and my Twinkies wrappers and all of that. We all have triggers that we have to reprogram and retrain. And that just takes time and consistency. But hopefully you will find something to keep you motivated. Hopefully this community helps keep you motivated. Whatever it is, find those motivating tools and lean on them. All right. And if you do one thing, just keep one thing consistent and just do that. And then when you feel like you have the emotional bandwidth again, try a new thing. And then when you feel like you have extra emotional bandwidth, try another new thing. All right. We're all at different stages, and I honor that and I respect that. And I hope you feel that from us. All right. So I will talk to you guys later. Go watch that video. It's fantastic. And I will talk to you later.